Good afternoon, YouTube, and welcome back once again to Fat Cat Collections. And today I'm going to share with you guys kind of kind of out of the left field product. You guys know I review all kinds of stuff on the channel, whatever I really get my hands on, whether it be through a sponsorship arrangement with a company, which there are a lot of those that do happen, or if it's something I just buy or a do-it-yourself project, whether it be working on my car and buying, like I just put in new cross-drilled rotors and pads on two of my vehicles, suspension, whatever it may be. I like to get on here and share with you guys, just give you guys my opinion on what I think of these products. So this product right here is from a company, one of the many Amazon sellers, and they sent me several kind of just different, unique products. One was, and this one's not really unique, but one super handy, a battery, a USB power bank. Another one of the products was a back brace. Another one was the sleeveless workout shirt I just showed you. So they have a lot of health products. And this one here is one of their heated massaging shoulder wraps. And so notice how I said that before, I actually kind of showed you guys, because it does kind of look like a cup, right? So it's not a jock strap. It's not, and you might be saying, what kind of never mind. All right, so pretty straightforward on how it works. Basically, you wrap it around your shoulder, you plug it in, it vibrates. You have 3 different modes of vibration and then 3 different modes of heating. Now for me, again, I've only tried this for maybe about 20 minutes. I haven't put this to a long-term test, and you guys know I always like to come back and re-review products at a later date, especially if it's something that I find a lot of value in. Now fortunately, I don't have tons of shoulder problems, but I will say all the years that I worked out pretty hard, you know, as you're a younger guy, you definitely push yourself harder in the gym. Everybody's genetics are different. You know, some people can really get away with pushing their bodies to the limits. When you look at pro athletes like Lee Haney, some of the pro Olympians, a lot of those guys as they get older really develop a lot of crippling back problems and leg problems and joint problems. And I can tell you, I was never on any kind of level to ever compete. It was more of just like a feel-good lifter, you know, try to get a little size, try to be healthy. But I will tell you that, you know, when you're younger, all I want, like for me personally, all I want to do is just be big, you know, because I'm not a big guy. So naturally, if you're not a big guy, you know, the grass is always greener, right? So now at this point, I like just being a lower, I used to want to be 200, you know, solid ripped. At my height, 5'7". I mean, I trained really hard, and unfortunately, my genetics just don't really. It would have been a really long road, and I trained really hard, as heavy as I could possibly train. And I will tell you that the years of training definitely caused damage to my shoulders. My rotator cuffs definitely hurt. My back. I mean, I have bulging discs, and a lot of that comes from working out too hard. Too heavy, and a lot of it also comes from when I used to repo and deliver furniture and electronics and appliances and that kind of stuff. And you know, it just really took a toll on my body, to the point now where it's pretty painful getting up out of bed in the morning. I'm not gonna lie, and it freaks me out a little bit at my age that I should be having that kind of pain. But, you know, it is what it is. What can we do? So this product here is designed for shoulder pain. So this is definitely something I'm going to try out and use. There are occasions that I'll just randomly, if I just turn the right way, have shoulder pain so bad I can't even lift my shoulder. And it'll take days to heal. Luckily, that doesn't happen too often, but something like this could definitely be beneficial. Basically, you have a vibrating pack on the inside. It's made of like a neoprene. There are several different straps that allow you to strap this to your shoulder, which I'll demonstrate in a second. 2 function buttons on the front, one's for your heat, one's for your vibrate. 3 different vibration modes, 3 different heat modes, high, medium, low, and heat. For vibration, not high, medium, low, but you have 2 different versions of pulse, a shorter pulse and a longer pulse with a pause, and then a consistent, just vibrating sensation. There is a power plug right in the front. It is not wireless, you do have to plug it in. And it's pretty straightforward on how it goes in your shoulder. Now, there is a pocket on the inside, which I don't really understand what the point of that is. Doesn't make any sense whatsoever. There is a Velcro flap on the front, and I do believe this Velcro flap maybe helps you to adjust this a little more over the ball of your shoulder, or your I guess cup, is that the right word for it? So let me just demonstrate how it goes on. So basically, you have this strap here, and you're going to feed this through the buckles on the side here. I mean, it's pretty common. It's kind of common sense, but I'm just going to show you guys anyway because you know, these companies send me this nice stuff, and I want to, you know, show you guys how it works. So loop it through. Obviously, don't, you know, be smarter than the vibrating shoulder massager. Don't drop it. Oh, let's see. I'm struggling already, guys. At least it's not as bad as when I reviewed the back brace. That I had to re-review several times. So I'm just going to set it right there for now. And it doesn't go like a man bag, like a merce. It's not a merce, guys. Don't get excited. What you do is basically just you put this on your shoulder, and this is going to go over your head and under your arm. And so what happens is this basically goes on your shoulder like so. You will strap the very comfortable neoprene on your bicep. Might be a little easier to have somebody help you with this, but you can do it just by yourself. And then once it's on here and it's strapped to your bicep tightly, what I like to do is just kind of position it, grab the front Velcro, and then just tighten it up. And you can do the same on the other one. You'll have to kind of find the best spot. Everybody's body's different. So once you're plugged in, it's time to kind of move. There is the massaging portion of this thing, the vibrating device, or the vibrator, on the inside, and it's kind of curved, and it's designed to kind of wrap around your shoulder. So what I do is I kind of position that, kind of move it around a little bit to get it positioned. It's kind of weird that they didn't put this kind of stationary, but maybe they figured we want people to be able to adjust it a little bit. But for me, it's a little bit of, to be honest with you, a little bit of a pain here. So let me just un-Velcro this part of it here. And this is the part I showed you before, this kind of flap. And I think that's maybe to access or move the vibrator around a little bit. Nothing like moving a vibrator around, right? So then you just strap that back up there. And so what you do is you basically just press the buttons here to turn it on. Now I will say that one thing I think they should have done on this particular product was move the buttons off to the side. I think these are all kind of things that I think are, especially when I review a product, I kind of like to give you guys a real world kind of situation. And I can tell you that if you have severe shoulder pain, a lot of times it's not just in one, so it's a little bit difficult to kind of reach across. Now I'm not saying like poor me, ow, I can't do it, it's just a suggestion that maybe on future models they might add the buttons maybe a little up here, maybe in a little bit slightly better spot to access them a little easier, but you can still kind of look over and see them. And so again, you have the heat and then you have the vibrate. So I'm just going to press and hold the heat portion of it, and this will actually heat up, and once it's on, you see it's glowing red. You just press that button and it'll cycle through the different modes here. So you have blue, the green, and the red. And I believe the red is the hottest. And then you got, let's see, low, medium, high. So blue is low, medium is green, and then red is high. And then of course your vibrate, just press and hold that and it'll start to vibrate. And again, based on where you have the vibrating portion of this here, it is curved and kind of shaped like a banana. You can kind of feel it in there. You might want to, this is positioned kind of more towards the front of my shoulder right now, so depending on where your pain might be, you might want to move that around. And right now I have it on just, I don't know if you can hear it in the video, but I have it on just a steady vibrate. If you press that button, whoop, wrong button, there we go, press that button, it'll pulse. So vibrate, stop, on, off. And if you press that again, kind of give you guys an idea of how long. There's a longer pause with this one here. So I gotta tell you, it feels pretty good. I could definitely imagine if I was at a moment where I was having a lot of shoulder pain. I'm pretty good today, like I've been for a while. I've been working on my cars, and they say, you don't use it, you lose it. But I will say this is pretty relaxing, just sitting here making this video. I could definitely feel how this would be very beneficial to somebody with some shoulder pain, or some, whether it be just a sore pain from working out, or something that's a little more serious. The only thing about it is, like, if you're using this thing after a workout or whatever, you're gonna have to obviously swap it to both sides or swap it back and forth. So I would say, I'm so impatient and always on the go that I just probably wouldn't use this for like after working out or something like that. I'd only use this if I was really having some shoulder pain and really want to sit and just kind of let this do its work. Now I will say though, just right off the bat, I think the heat is going to be something that's really important with any kind of shoulder injury or loosen up those muscles. But I find the vibrating portion of this thing where it's just kind of pulsing like that a little bit annoying. So I would normally just put it on full go and just let that really just kind of massage the muscle. When you leave it on like that, you can really kind of feel yourself letting the shoulder relax and letting that heat work. So this is my personal opinion. I don't think that a lot of people are going to use the pulsing setting on this, because right now, again, just leaving it on where it's steady vibrating, I could definitely feel my shoulder like really relaxing, and it actually feels really good. So definitely something to check out. As far as the heat, I'm feeling a little bit of heat, but nothing, you know, really hot quite yet. I can tell you that when I put my hand in here, it does feel almost like a heating pad, so there is some heat being generated. I'm not sure exactly how hot this is going to get in time for me using this and testing this. When I come back and re-review it, I'll have a better idea of how hot this gets. But right now I can definitely, like I said, I can definitely feel that there is heat being generated. It seems to be warming up a little better. It's definitely relaxing my shoulder. It feels really good. And I'm pretty surprised, because when the company reached out to me and said, we want to send you this, would you test it? I said, absolutely, I'll do it. But I was kind of like, I don't think it's something that I'll ever use. Fortunately, most of the things I get from companies I do actually use. Back brace was not one of them, because it didn't really, I'm a little bit larger than that back brace was really meant for. And my upper back doesn't really, I have pretty good posture. I don't sit at a desk for prolonged periods, so it's not something I really used. I ended up giving it to my sister, and she hasn't really used it. But something like this, definitely if you had some shoulder pain, I see this being beneficial. And like I said, right now, I just find it extremely relaxing just sitting here. So I definitely will use this. This will definitely get some use after I'm sure I will injure my shoulder again. I've done it many times, and it's the weirdest things. Like I said, sometimes when I've done it, it's been done when I haven't even really been doing anything. But that's how it goes. The older you get, it doesn't take much for you to throw something. So definitely check it out. Link is in the description. A little bit more about this. Let me just turn this off in case you guys are hearing this on the camera. Just press and hold. Again, press and hold to turn off the heat. This is going to run you $46 shipped with Amazon Prime. You can save an extra 6% by clicking the Save 6% function or coupon on the listing. I'm not going to read you everything here, because most of what I told you about it, you know, they give you the benefits. But remember, everything, you know, all these listings, there is a sales pitch with all of them. What I always recommend is, if you're suffering with something, and pain is a huge issue with anybody, with human beings, with any creature, pain is a real issue, and Americans, or people in general, they really suffer with pain. And a lot of the products out there, you know, that really sell well are, you know, I remember years ago I was discussing with, you know, what product could you make? And you could be a millionaire. You could definitely be very well off if you could create a product that solves a common problem. And pain is a common problem. I don't think anybody out there doesn't have experienced some sort of pain at one point in their life or another. Of course, as we get older, you experience more. So something like this, I assume, is probably pretty popular. Shoulder injuries and back injuries are just very, very common in the workplace. So definitely check it out. I encourage you just to click the link. I'm not going to read the whole thing here, but as far as the arm size here, it says here, extendable strap will fit chest size from 31 to 52, arm size from 9 to 16. Shoulder wrap is added with the mesh bag for cold therapy, ice bag not included. So I'm not sure if they're referring to I think they mean that mesh on the inside that pocket, so you can put a couple, you know, chunks of ice, but you don't get a bag, so you might want to put like maybe a small Ziploc bag on the inside. You could use it like that. Sorry about the noise of this computer. I have a USB hub that is just tweaking out naturally when I'm making a video. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching the video. I want to thank this company. The company is called CL Heat KY. That's the seller on Amazon. I'm not sure who actually makes this, but the link is in the description. If you have any questions whatsoever, always do not hesitate to ask. Drop me an email, drop me a comment. I'll try to get you the best answer I can, or the most accurate answer I can. If you do get this, let me know your experience with it. Let me know if it helps you in any way. If it does, that makes me feel good that I've shared a product that might give somebody a little bit of pain relief. Otherwise, guys, have a wonderful weekend. Have a wonderful day. Be safe out there, and take care.